Hello everyone, welcome back to Healing Your Story, the channel that provides you with mental health tips and tricks and life lessons so you can get on your way of healing your story and becoming the author of your life. Reminder, my name is Britt. I am a licensed professional counselor, a therapist, a trauma professional, the whole 9 yards. I do it. So today we're going to be talking about life lessons. I recently turned 30, and in my 30 years, I have kind of developed and learned a couple 30 life lessons that I think are going to be super impactful. So either I got them from my education, my personal story, or my clients and helping them heal. So get ready. Oh, and by the way, don't mind my outfit change because I lost the last intro video. So enjoy the first set of life lessons. All right, so let me give you a rundown of how this amazing series, 30 years, 30 lessons, is going to go. There's going to be 3 videos, and they're going to be 10 lessons each. Be mindful that the last video and leading up to the last video is what I believe the most influential or impactful lessons that I've learned through my 30 years. So I have my handy dandy notebook, if that doesn't date me. All right, so the first lesson that I want you guys to be aware of is nothing is happening to you, it's happening for you. Okay. In the later videos, I'm going to really get into spirituality and the butterfly effect and things like that sort. But just be mindful that if you're running late, remember it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. There's a reason for everything. Okay. Next lesson. Oh, this is a big one. When you shine bright, you are either going to attract people, blind people, or people are going to want to darken. So let's break this down a little bit. When you are shining bright and living your best life, you are going to attract people who are ready to do the same, who are ready to get out of their darkness and find their true being and their true light, right? That's great. But you're also bringing light to their insecurities, shame, etc. And some people are blinded by that and they're affected by that and they disconnect. Or you'll have people who hate and are fearful of them living their best life, so then they try to knock you down so they can feel more comfortable. And that is by darkening your light. So be mindful of that. Don't stop shining because other people are insecure or can't handle your bright. All right, so next lesson. I know this one all too well. Trauma F's you up. Trauma F's you up not only emotionally, mentally, but also physically. What happens is trauma gets stored not only in your brain, but also in your body, which causes you to have an early death, struggle with heart disease, addiction, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune diseases, etc. I'm actually going to link the ACE study down below. That will give you some more information. And I'm also going to give some other links too for some of the lessons that I am talking about. So hopefully you can learn a little bit more. But that is our next lesson, Trauma F's you up. Which brings us to our next lesson, healing, which I've talked about before in a couple of videos, so check that out. Healing is uncomfortable, painful, sometimes more than the original wound itself because you're feeling it in its entirety again and in a different light. But it is absolutely necessary. Please check out the other videos to understand how not only not healing your wounds impacts you, but also impacts your loved ones. So lesson 26 is also near and dear to my heart, and it's been something that I have struggled with for majority of my life. 11 years with an eating disorder. I was bulimic/anorexic and just had disordered eating pretty much my whole adolescence. And then, of course, as a young kid, I struggled with quite a bit of shame. I truly put my value and my worth on my weight. And I thought, hey, if I was just a little bit skinnier, I would be lovable, or I wouldn't have deserved the trauma. It was something I could control as well, too. So looking into that, this lesson is, and I need you guys to hear, especially women, your value does not come from your looks or how much you weigh. It truly comes from your soul and your purpose and loving others. And what I've noticed is when I've really represented my soul, I felt more secure of my body. All right, so I'm standing up for lesson 25 so you can get the full effect. The lesson is your style should reflect your soul and your true identity. As you can see, I have a lot of sparkle in my soul and a lot of color. On some days, I'm more ghetto or more emo, which most people from my high school will remember. But what I found is I truly feel beautiful inside and out, and I reflect that, and I'm more confident if I am finding pieces that represent who I truly am more than what are on trend. Lesson 24 is you should practice gratitude and appreciation daily, especially when you wake up. As we continue with these videos, you're going to learn more about energy and mindset and law of attraction. But until then, it's just going to help you reflect on the things that you do have in this beauty in this world, which you're going to start noticing more than the things that you don't. And I appreciate and love all of you who are watching. Thank you so much. The next lesson, which I have no idea what the number is, which is funny because this lesson is all about other people proving your worth. Let me explain. Society, other people, social media, likes, followings, etc. does not prove your worth or your value. The only person who can do that is God, the universe, and yourself. If you are fulfilled, if you feel loved, if you are doing the best you can, that is you proving your worth and your value. Trust me. Okay, next lesson. It's a difficult one, and it might challenge some of you guys, but that's why you're here, right? Is to learn and grow. And that is, the only person who's stopping you in this world is you. Now, let me explain. Your trauma, your pain, your wounds, your excuses, they may all be valid and they're worthy. However, at the end of the day, the only thing you're going to get from it is sympathy from others. Understanding, maybe. But if you really want to make something of your life, go to therapy, heal your wounds, become your best self, and change your life. We made it to lesson 20, which means this is the last lesson for our first video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we have 2 more videos coming, and those are going to be some really great lessons that I really want you guys to come back and hear. The last lesson is, if it does not spark your soul, if you don't feel it in your bones, in your heart, if it doesn't drive you in the morning, it's not for you. Everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a plan to live a greater life. And if it's not doing anything within your heart, it's not for you. Also, don't get distracted by performance-based validation. Trust me, I know that all too well. You go, okay, if I just lose this much weight, or if I get this job, or save this much money, then I'll be happier, then I will feel fulfilled. And I promise you, you won't. You honestly just start feeling even more empty, and you're going to need to perform again and get that high again. Trust me, I had clients who I would say is so successful, beautiful family, very attractive, CEO, like just amazing people that you'd be like, they have it all together. And yet they were empty and unfulfilled because they were chasing the wrong dream and they were chasing other people's dream for them, or performance-based validation. Chase your heart, focus on your soul and God's plan for you. That is how you become successful and feel fulfilled.